What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody. I am Love Coach Scott Catamas, and it's great to see all of our friends that are in the Zoom room. And welcome to all of you that are watching on Facebook, YouTube, and the recording. A lot of people watch the recording of our show. This is our last show of our summer 2025 season. So summer really is over. We are now into autumn. And we're doing a very unique show tonight. I'm coming to you live from Grace Cathedral. And Grace Cathedral is this epic, world-famous sanctuary in San Francisco, right in downtown San Francisco. And tonight we are going to be watching an amazing event. It's the We Rise as One concert. We did a whole show dedicated to this earlier. And when people call my name, it's like, don't you know that I'm on with the Awakening World right now? Anyway, what's going to happen is we're going to do a little bit of an Omashar video and maybe a Tatiana video. And then at some point fairly soon, sometime in the next 30 minutes, we are going to hook up to Hubcast, carry their live stream. But the live stream is going to be me for about an hour interviewing some of the participants in the event tonight. So between around 7 and 8 p.m., that'll be me interviewing people. And then when the show starts, we'll just carry the complete live stream of the show, which is probably going to go for quite a while. So that's what's happening. Omashar is not with me because he is down in San Diego. But we are going to dedicate our entire Wednesday night, October 1st show to Omashar, because we're recording his concert there on Monday night, and that's what we're going to play on the Awakening World on Wednesday night. But I know that it would just not be an Awakening World show without an Omashar song to kick us off. So I did find one here. Where is it now? Hopefully this is going to play. I didn't get a chance to test it, but I did pull it onto my computer. Well, now that's strange. Hang in there, boys and girls, friends. Let me try that again. I'll try it this way, see if that works. All right, here we go. DR, let me know if this plays properly. And here is Omashar and Sweetwater. It's just a slow beginning. Here he comes.
flowers grow, dripping with dew, and rivers flow in sapphire blue. I suddenly know what a fool God I knew. I am a tear that's lost fear of the ocean. And when autumn sun kisses my cheek, whilst cool winds come from mountains peak, with poems on my tongue but no wish to speak, I am a tear that's lost fear of the ocean. I'm a tear that's lost fear of the ocean. Sweet water, when I give you my heart, I already start to feel better. My sweet water, won't you send me your love forever and ever and ever, forever and ever and ever. When tender hands trace memories where powdered sands meet temperate seas, I don't understand, but I love mysteries. I'm a tear that's lost fear of the ocean. And when evening stars shine all around, my grieving heart's no longer down. And things that were lost, that's where true hope's found. I'm a tear that's lost fear of the ocean. I'm a tear that's lost fear of the ocean. In sweet water, when I give you my heart, I already start to feel better. My sweet water, won't you send me your love forever and ever and ever? In sweet water, when I give you my heart, I already start to feel better. Oh, sweet water, won't you send me your love forever and ever and ever, forever and ever and ever. I am a tear that's lost fear of the ocean. I am a tear that's lost fear of the ocean.
Hmm. We love Omashar, so we twinkle you all the way down in San Diego, Omashar. Absolutely. You know, one of the things I wanted to share with people, I'm curious how many of you have been following this really extraordinary story about the Bookosphere. And I'm going to bring it up to show you. It's a really remarkable thing. So this device, which is about the size of a volleyball, was kind of captured, if you will, down in South America. And they have now taken it to Georgia University. And they have been studying it. And it's quite extraordinary. According to carbon-14 dating, the resins inside this sphere are 12,560 years old. The sphere moves around. There is no sense of how it moves around. There is a sense that a communication is going back and forth between it and something. And so if any of you are interested in knowing more about it, there's a fellow named Dick Russell who does Substack, and you can read all about it on his Substack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link to that into the chat box. So that's where you can find out more about it. And for you, those of you that are just watching on YouTube or Facebook, just go to Substack and put in Dick Russell, or write dickrussell.substack.com. And there's quite a few articles about the Bugosphere. One of the interesting things is that it keeps changing weight. They can't tell why, but it has tripled in weight and then gone down again. So it's a very unique object that is now being studied. And so I thought that would be a fun thing to share with everybody. I'm going to take a look to see what's happening in the chat box. And Michael Krause has entered, which is good, because Michael Krause is our Hubcast partner. So I am making you a co-host, Michael. Gently, you don't need to bark every time you see a dog. There we go. Come say hi to the Awakening World audience instead. That's more interesting. Say hi to Eleanor Troy. Eleanor Troy, I know it's a dog. You're very excited. I know. Michael, I'm going to bring you on for a moment. When you're ready, let me know so you can kind of tell me where things stand. Or you can write to me in the chat box, whatever's easier for you, but let me know where things are.
Can you hear me?
The Bugosphere, ET technology sent to awaken our cosmic awareness. I hope so, Dr. Laura. I hope that that's what it is. And Carol Craig has put in another link to where you can learn more about. It's called the Bugosphere, B-U-G-A sphere, S-P-H-E-R-E. And really, really fascinating, really interesting. So that's what's happening there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play another video while we kind of decide where things are going. And again, at some point, I'm going to start hosting. But, you know, we do a prayer on a regular basis, and people so enjoyed the Piper prayer
Before the first cry
that
of war.
I'm going to play that. And a big thanks to Connie, who just entered, by the way. God bless you, Connie Baxter Marlowe, for all the editing work that you do. And, you know, we've been putting together, if you ever go to our YouTube Global Peace Tribe website, go to YouTube Global Peace Tribe. The very first playlists are called dynamic segments. And these are, at this point, we're now at 130 of my favorite segments that Connie has helped edit, about half of them. And they are going all the way back to Saturday Night Live, Michael Beckwith and Marianne Williamson. But every time we have something special, like a Piper prayer or something that we really appreciate, we kind of make a little edit out of it. So anyway, here is, to kind of lead an initial prayer at least, here is Piper Dellums.
Before the first cry of war, before lines were carved into the skin of the earth, before time began to keep its restless count, there was a single breath, a breath vast enough to wrap the mountains in silver mist, deep enough to birth the oceans, gentle enough to lift the first light over the sleeping world. From that breath, rivers wandered forth, carrying the memory of unity. From that breath, the wind learned to sing across every land and every tongue. From that breath, we came not as divided tribes, but as one family, each soul carrying the same fire hidden behind open eyes. We are kin to the olive tree that cradles peace in its roots, to the whale whose song crosses unseen borders, to the sky that belongs to no single nation. Our skin carries every shade the earth has ever painted: ochres of desert, browns of fertile soil, the gold of sunlit fields, the deep black of midnight skies. Our voices are shaped by the same first breath, born of the same ancient wind. There is no other among us, only one living body called humanity, only one heartbeat echoing through the walls of our shared home. And yet, we have seen the small joys of children snatched away, their games and laughter replaced by fear. We have seen mothers clutch empty arms where once they held their sleeping babies. We have heard bedtime songs, silenced mid-note, swallowed by the wall of sirens and the thunder of war. We have watched their gardens reduced to ash before a single blossom could unfold, but peace, like the sweet scent that lifts from the earth after the rain, finds its way back, carrying the promise that life will bloom again. That is the promise of peace. It returns when the midnight tears of a widow shed for all she has lost rise with the sun as whispered prayers for the living. It returns when the soft, defiant laughter of a child weaves its way through broken streets and shattered walls, carrying hope where even light struggles to enter. It returns when the women of the world rise side by side, their backs straight, unbent by the weight of sorrow, their eyes steady, unafraid to face what comes. In their hands they hold the seeds of tomorrow, the children they protect, the dreams they refuse to surrender, and the quiet power to plant peace where war once grew. Listen, beneath the canyons and the cries, beneath the iron weight of fear, there is still the quiet hum of the beginning. It moves in the turning of the seasons, in the hush of snowfall, in the first bird who dares to call the sun awake. It is the breath of peace waiting inside of us, pleading to be exhaled and exalted back into the world. So let us rise. Let us unclench our fists and open our palms to one another. Let us speak not in the language of war, but in the dialect of rivers and rains. Let the breath that began us be the breath that heals us until the light of peace spills across every horizon into all of creation, and all of humanity stands together as one, facing the same morning sky. We will rise.
Hey, there we are. Hello, Michael Kraus.
And I'm just going to blend myself in here with your permission.
Absolutely.
And-
So for all of our people in the Zoom room, and welcome to all of our friends watching on Hubcast. I'm Love Coach Scott Catamas, and we have a beautiful collaboration taking place between Hubcast and Grace Cathedral and Pathways to Peace, and a lot of wonderful artists. And of course, this is the Awakening World Show as well. And I want to give a shout out to Michael. Michael is one of those people that just makes so many wonderful things happen. He's been a mainstay with Unify, now a mainstay with Hubcast. And Michael, I hear wonderful things. Since we're the Awakening World, tell us a little bit about your app, which is all about awakening.
Oh. Thank you for your kind words, Scott. And you can only see something in somebody else that already exists within you. So the compliment and the dedication that you bring forward towards the community, a greater community in peace and love and kindness and compassion in the world. I see that within you, and I recognize you as such. I just realized on that smaller screen on the box how those two peace doves are literally flanking my head. And wow, you're putting me on the spot with it. I didn't want to make it official, but it looks like that we're going to go live on 21/12 for solstice with a app that is going to be called Awaken. And it's literally and figuratively a wake-up call for humanity. And so the concept behind it is, if we transition every morning from the dream time, from the high alpha theta state into the wake time, was specifically engineered, scientifically engineered and scientifically backed sound vibrations, frequency, together with a daily unifying, uplifting message, followed by a piece of music, we can set the foundation for the beginning of the day in that transition period. And I believe that is potentially one of the most important parts of our day, because it sets the foundation as to how we then come along in our day. And there is a reason why it's saying with the left foot out of bed or the wrong foot out of bed. And so what we want to do is we want to create something that really brings calm, coherence, and connection into the user first thing in the morning. And the vision really behind it is, if there's 100 million, 500 million, 1 billion cell phones going off around the planet with the same sound vibration, waking up every morning with one another, and we're literally going to create a vortex around those 24-hour time zones with the sound vibration emanating into all areas of our planet. And within that, a couple of weeks or maybe a couple of months ago, I sent out an invitation for a presentation that I did. And I said, this project has the ability to change the course of human history. And I don't think that's correct, because the course of human history has already been written. Those who came before us have seen it, whether it's heaven on earth, nirvana, Shambhala, golden age, whatever names they had put towards it. They knew it was going to come because they have seen it. And some of us have seen it. What I believe is necessary that we align our individual and collective frequency to the timeline in which that is then going to be allowed to happen. And so literally there is nothing easier to do than setting your alarm time or downloading the app, setting your alarm to the time that you want to wake up to. And you don't have to get out of bed to participate in it, because that is the intention behind it, is to transition from the sleep time into the daytime with great intention and collectively all coming together. And it allows us within the app, it allows us to wake each other up. So I can record a message and I can invite Tisakaya one day for her birthday, for example, to wake up with me. So that is specifically designed for parents that are separated, or for parents to wake up their children, or army personnel that are stationed abroad, or luminaries and their followers, or super fans and their fans. And it's literally, how can we individually and collectively wake each other up? And I believe the awakening word is probably the excuse me, the prime example of what can be done. And I'm waiting for Scott Catamas to upload his messages for his audience and his followers every morning, and start. And you can also record a message for yourself and wake up with your intention for the day, and as a reminder, and say, hey, Michael, this is another beautiful day. We're all here on this journey together. Let us start this day with empathy and kindness and compassion towards one another, and step into your full human potential today. and every day, and make every minute sacred. And so if I can wake up with something like this every morning, together with scientifically engineered frequencies and sound vibrations that are most beneficial for our physical, emotional, mental, human being, then we're going to increase the well-being of the individual. If enough people participate, we can shift our planet literally overnight. And that's really the goal behind it.
Michael, it's brilliant. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yes.
Thank you. I hope you, I don't know if you noticed, just as you're saying, start the world with more love and kindness is when I got a little sweet kiss from Jasmine Bear. So she was in sync with you.
Yeah.
Sitting next to me is Tez Gabriel, and she is Executive Director of Pathways to Peace. And that's one of our, really, this event is the big annual Pathways to Peace event. Which all started in San Francisco
Last year.
last
Peace
year.
Day
Yeah. And then the original Peace
was
Day,
41
41 years ago.
years
now.
ago.
Right.
Yes, we actually celebrated our 40th anniversary where it began 40 years ago on the Civic Center Plaza in front of City Hall last year with a big stage event.
And many of you may remember that. Many of you were watching that. And some of you were
Yes.
even here with us live. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So,
So how are you feeling about tonight?
oh, so exciting. I wish that I could pull Gary away, but he is in the middle of the most incredible sound check with these musicians, artists, spoken word, wisdom leaders. And so it's going to be an incredibly unique, we call it a concert, but it really is going to be an experience, a life-giving, a life-generating experience. And so I'm so excited about that. I wish you could all be here, but the good news is if you can't be here in person, first of all, if you can, please come over to Grace Cathedral and come in. There's still time. We're not starting the concert for another hour. So please come over. We don't turn anyone away based on ability to pay. So please just come and join us. Now, if you can't, of course, you can plug into this live broadcast here and get the concert. So you won't be able to tear yourself away. It is going to be that incredible. So
Amazing things. Of course, Malkin, Jyoti Ma, Amikaeyla Gaston, Tubby Love, the Brothers Koren are here. I actually sat down with them over dinner, and they're amazing. You've seen them on the show before. So, there's other people, the Grace Cathedral Choir.
no, not the Grace Cathedral Choir. We have a young singer. We have Grace Cathedral, we have Glide and Grace
That's what I was thinking.
Cathedral well represented here, but just so many. I should have brought a program. So many. And so please tune in. It's going to be very unique in terms of we're going to have all the musicians and spoken word folks there instead of one performance at a time, weaving
Wow.
together
That's gonna
all
be
of
amazing.
those incredible musicians along with those beautiful spoken word poets. So it's going to be one incredible weaving of the sacred music and voice.
Wow. And please tell the audience about Pathways to Peace.
Oh,
itself.
Pathways to Peace.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the executive director of Pathways to Peace, as Scott said. And we work locally and globally. We're a United Nations peace messenger organization. So we work within the UN and we work outside of the UN. We have projects around the world that bring peace through education as well as direct services, programs and projects, or eliminate barriers to peace. So yes, take a look at our website, Scott is so good at this.
Is
I
it-
know
is that you
before,
guys?
no,
No.
uh,
Pathways?
pathways2peace.org.
Okay.
Pathways2peace.org, all lowercase letters.
Okay.
And so Gary will pull it up. There are some of our programs, not all of them. We do a lot with youth. We have a girls' shelter in Guinea and a peace school there, and a Hub Guest Media Center in Guinea. We've got youth leadership programs. We've got a nuclear disarmament program and others. And so please come on to the site. If you are at all interested in volunteering or donating or supporting our work, either through your own efforts or through your finances, we can guarantee you that when you give with love, it feels good, whether you're giving your time or your resources. And we wish to bring people in who enjoy or experience joy with giving their time and resources. So if that sounds like you, we'd love to meet you.
Please come join. And if you go to pathways2peace.org, just go down here, you'll see where it says subscribe to get the newsletter. And I love this peace wheel.
Yes.
And it has the 8 kind of elements, the 8 pieces of the peace pie, if you will. Governance, law, and security is number 1. Education and media, economics and business, health and relationships, science and technology, religion and spiritual teachings, environment and habitat, and culture. And these are all elements of what Pathways to Peace is all about. I'm going to scroll back up again to where you can see the main programs. Of course, this is what we are doing tonight. We
That's right.
rise as one.
That's right.
In collaboration with Global Wisdom Foundation, which is Gary Malkin's organization. And this is the concert you all are going to be watching. And there's the list of everybody: the Brothers Koren, Bob Sima, Amikaeyla Gaston. These are all of our friends that you've seen on The Awakening World, but people we haven't met before, like Eliyahu Sills, Michael Fex, Mika Scott. Those are new friends. Jyoti Ma, who was our co-host last week, Shakti Durga, who I saw over dinner, and she's been on the show, and many, many others. Hope Fitzgerald will be with us, Tubby Love,
Yes.
and many, many, many others. It's going to be what we're going to be watching throughout the evening tonight.
We're
So
excited.
we're definitely
you, Scott.
excited. Absolutely.
I have to go to work.
Okay.
So
Thank you for coming on over. Thank you for Jasmine
you.
Bear immediately came over.
yes,
Thank
she had
you.
it on my lap,
She had
which
to
I
sit on your
love.
lap, yeah.
Which I love. So
And thank you, Tessica. And I just blended the your website link into the broadcast as well, so for
thank
people to be
you.
find you. And all the best to you, and thank you for what you're doing, because this event tonight would not have happened without you. And
Thank you.
there is more people that made that happen, but you're at the center of it.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. And thank you, all of you out there. And my call to action tonight is the call to action every day, which is a call to unity. We rise as one. And so thank you to all of you watching this. And so much love we're sending out through these airwaves to all of you.
I'll see you over at Grace Cathedral.
I'll see you.
Thank you, Taz.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Well, I think fairly shortly, Alex, your partner who's here in San Francisco, is going to come over, and we're going to walk over and do some interviews. But I guess while we're waiting, Lessa, is there anything you'd like to share, Michael? Anything you have on your end? Otherwise, I'll play a Tatiana's Speed song.
I just wanted to share that throughout the day, we started this broadcast. I believe it was, time is somehow, I believe we started it at 12:30 and went to Global Citizen in New York. And earlier on this morning, I was in the Zoom room for the ceremony at the Great Lawn, creating the foundation, the vibrational foundation then for the event in New York City with Global Citizen. And Chief Perry held the ceremony, and it was really, really beautiful. And then I went to Global Citizen to the live event, and then John Raymer and Summer came in, and they were telling us about the beautiful, beautiful energy. And also within this Global Citizen event and festival, we heard so many good people doing so much good work in the world. And I think it is that time where we all need to come together and bring forward the change we want to see in the world. And Global Citizen, I just want to do a big shout out for them, and they've been doing this for many, many years, bringing stars together and specifically also addressing a younger audience and raising awareness around the issues and around also the solutions that we have to bring greater coherence and harmony and peace to the world. And so if you want to share a video, then I'm going to come back to you as single, and you can do a screen share, and then I will bring you right in.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to play, get a little music going, a 6-minute video from our beloved Tatiana Speed, who of course you know well. She lives close to you and has been in the Hubcast studio many times. And this is a beautiful video all about home, inspired by Home for Habitat.
For too long, too many people have been left homeless. For too long, we haven't seen enough progress. For too long, exiled, displaced, and alienated, people walk this earth devastated. For too long, we've lived in separation, forgotten our true nation, this earth the home to all future generations. Cut off from life, cut off from each other, we've forgotten nature, our only mother. This disconnect is our deepest wound. Towards wholeness, we must reattune. Whole life, whole person, whole systems, all cultures, one planet. If you feel this truth, let's stand for it. Let's reclaim home as the destination. Choose inclusion over separation, and build a refuge, a sanctuary, a place of healing that nurtures and supports all beings. Let's build home right where we are. Let's build a home for all of us. Let's build a home for humanity. Let's build a home that nurtures all of life. It starts within, it starts with me, it starts with you. Can we turn to ourselves and see ourselves anew? What do we love? What do we cherish? For what do we stand on this beautiful planet, this sacred land? It starts with community, creation, culture. Can we build together, my sister, my brother? It starts right here, right now. Put the seeds in the ground until life springs up all around. We can walk through our garden, this home that we make. Together we change humanity's fate. And from the local to the global, from the I to the we, from the north to the south, from the west to the east, all cultures, all borders, all peoples, all life, we can come together and ignite a home for all to which all belong. This is the prayer, this is the song. Let's build a home right where we are. Let's build a home for all of us. Let's build a home for humanity. Let's build a home that nurtures all of life. One world, one home, one heart, one life. All people, all cultures now. One world, one home, one heart, one life. All people, all cultures now. Let's go home.
because we
Let's
are
go.
home for all of us.
Let's build a
We
home
are
for humanity. Let's build a home that nurtures all of life.
Itaki Epi. This is our home, our Mother Earth for all influence.
From the power with to the power to, we can change and create something new. Hold the vision, hold the mission, hold the line. We are birthing a new paradigm. Homecoming, we are all becoming who we need to be to hold off this catastrophe, down on our knees with prayers for peace for this indivisible family. Around the world, feel the hearts opening. Around the world, feel the hands extending. Around the world, feel this movement coming. All cultures, all peoples, one planet, one home.
Hey, everybody, I'm going to leave this up for a moment just because I want people to see, the credits. And if you go to homeforhumanity.earth, that's where you can learn more about this amazing organization. And look who's with me. Two of our dear friends, Debra Giusti, co-founder of the Global Peace Tribe, and David Wick, president of Pathways to Peace. And of course, you just met Tez Gabriel a few minutes ago. And David, you and Tez are the people who really are guiding Pathways to Peace now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about kind of your role in Pathways to Peace and anything you want our audience to know.
Well, with the concert tonight, it is fantastic. And Gary, he came to us and he said, he has this inspiration. He said, this is something I really want to do. I really want to make this happen, this concert. And the workshop earlier today with the workshop.
How'd that go?
It was great with Hope Fitzgerald and Gary led it, and with a whole room full of people. And the focus was on grief and the expression of the experience of learning from grief, and that we all carry in one way or another. Beautifully done. And then it's moving into the music, and the being here in Grace Cathedral is like, it's
a powerful place. Powerful.
Yeah, just coming into the magnificence of this environment, this structure. And they're doing sound check right now and playing. It just is reverberating, and you'll all hear it shortly in a while. But so it's fantastic. So that's what Pathways to Peace, that we're all about. Creating the focus on the culture of peace and the long history of Pathways. And, but this is another manifestation of unity, of coming together, sharing. I mean, we'll see who all shows up here, but it really is about uniting.
Yeah.
And the people that are said yes, we have right now. We have a networking process with I think 8 different nonprofit organizations have tabling, but it's all about relationships.
Yeah,
establishing relationships, like what this is.
Beautiful.
So,
well, it's perfect that Debra Giusti is here, because this is kind of the end of International Peace Week. Kind of started last week. We did our Peace Week show. And back when Debra and I were doing Saturday Night Alive for the Global Peace Tribe, on I think it was our first or second Peace Day, we had Avon Madison.
Right.
And Avon was who created Pathways to Peace.
She was the co-creator with Jyoti at that time, Mizrach.
Right.
But
And
now.
when she was on our show, that was her last public appearance. And about 10 days after she was on the show, she passed away.
I remember that.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember
Beautiful expression, what she had to say, even had to say.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And Debra, that's perfect, because next Saturday night, we're going to be doing a show dedicated to the upcoming Sebastopol Bloom, which you are deeply involved in. Grandmothering. So tell our audience.
Harmony.
Well, and I'm going to head on to.
Okay.
Move.
Go on in. I'll see you over there.
Yeah, see you there.
And Debra can take the spot.
Yeah, perfect transition.
Thank you, David. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
So definitely, again, I think most of you know Debra Giusti, and she created and ran the Harmony Festival, which for over 30 years was the festival that we all looked forward to. It was always the second weekend in June, and we always knew summer was here when we went to the Harmony Festival. And shortly after that ended, and the COVID hit, and Debra and I started this, our Global Peace Tribe, with Saturday Night Alive, the Global Peace Tribe, which we did 90 shows together before Debra retired to always work on many, many things. And right now, one of the main things you're grandmothering is Sebastopol Bloom. So tell our audience about it.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's in Sebastopol. It is a citywide festival, kind of like South by Southwest, if you've heard that, where the city comes alive and all the different venues in the city share what they have to offer. And one of the main things is we're partnering with Bhakti Fest, because Bhakti Fest, the largest yoga festival, been going on for 10 years, is not happening this year, but they're coming up to Sebastopol and they're taking over a whole park, Ives Park. So they're going to be one of the venues. They're bringing some of their top musicians, some of their top yoga teachers. And so that's going to be wonderful. Downtown in Sebastopol, we're taking over this lot that's kind of been vacant, and we're bringing it alive and bringing incredible music there on the center stage. And then at the Sebastopol Community Center, another stage that you can walk through the Barlow and see more musicians there, as well as Soft Medicine, who is one of kind of the producers of it, is sharing workshops, holistic biohacking market, all kinds of things there. So it's multiple things with all the restaurants open and Sebastopol coming alive. And Sebastopol is just a wonderful city. It's already very community based. So it's going to be so wonderful to welcome people into our city and feel that really strong community vibe. And for music, we have outrageous music, Perongi, Ayla Nero, Maria Stark, Polish Ambassador, Mamuse, just a whole host of people are going to be there, really favorite bands and musicians and community. And what's been so fun about this is that people are so ready for this. Like when I tell anyone, they light up, you know, it's like, yeah, I want to come together and I want to share this music and community and all of this. So hopefully this is going to be very successful. Please tell everyone, please come. It's sebastopolbloom.com is where you can find tickets. I also have discounted tickets on my wishingwelltickets.com. And we hope this is going to be the beginning of many, because I think coming together in community like Harmony did for so many years, from 1978 to 2011, really activated the consciousness of our community, the connection, the love. Every year we showcase the next evolution in consciousness. But these days, it's like every month, something's exploding.
Yeah.
So we need to bring the festivals back where people come together and they really connect, they meet each other, they share the music and the joy and the love. That really spreads the love, just like we're doing here tonight, you know, coming together in sacred ceremony that creates ripples throughout the whole community, throughout all of San Francisco. Will be rippling tonight with what we're doing tonight.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I put into the chat box the poster, but I'm going to pull it up for all of you watching. And again, welcome everybody watching on Facebook, YouTube. Thank you to the Sign Network for getting us out to as many as 150 channels. And here it is, October 24th through 26th, the Sebastopol Bloom. Next week's Awakening World will be dedicated to this show, and we're going to, you know, hear from some of the main presenters that are going to be there. And please think about it. Sebastopol, for any of you who don't know, is located about an hour and a half north of San Francisco. And it is a wonderful town. And honestly, Debra Giusti is the unofficial, somewhere between queen and mayor of Sebastopol. She's been there for a very long time.
I've lived there my whole life.
Yeah.
So I've seen it grown. It was where all the hippies came from San Francisco in the 60s and created the communes in Sebastopol. So it's always had this really counterculture, progressive feeling and experience in businesses. And it's still like that. It's really beautiful. But still all kinds of agriculture and vineyards and just beautiful rolling hills.
Beautiful. Susan says you look radiant, Debra. So glad to see you. George Noble says sounds great, Debra.
Thank
Bhakti
you.
Fest coming to the US. And Kelseyville had their own little community dinner and fair festival this weekend.
Great.
Debra, while we have you, are you comfortable sharing with the audience kind of your latest news? Because people have been tracking,
Yeah.
you know, the Global Peace Drivers are very aware of
Yeah.
what's been going on with you.
Yeah, because you so wonderfully, when I got the diagnosis of double mastectomy, Scott was so wonderful to put me on the show and start a GoFundMe so I could really make a different choice, because that didn't seem right when I had stage 1 in one breast and stage 0 in the other.
And they wanted to do a double mastectomy.
And so I said, and they'd already operated on the stage 0 3 times. And that didn't work very well. And they just wanted to take the whole thing off. Unfortunately, that's what's happening in our traditional care at times. And it doesn't have to be that way. But because of the support of everyone in community, I really researched everything. I got some additional naturopathic doctors. I researched everything that can be done. I changed my diet to a very clear preventative cancer diet. I onboarded some supplements that help to kill the cancer. Fasting is a really important part of it. Started fasting.
What fasting protocol did you do?
I did a 5-day fast with Prolon, which is kind of a way you can do a fast and have some broth and other things along the way. I've done 3-day juice fast, or during the week, I just fast for 2 days. But fasting actually allows the body to start eating up, you know, as you go into ketosis, the body starts to eat up whatever the garbage is in the body. So that's where it starts. You're not feeding the cancer anymore, and it's starting to die off, and the body is taking, you know, consuming that.
Right.
And then all kinds of other things. I am planning to share everything I am learning, because there is so much out there. And I've talked to so many people that have healed cancer. But the main thing is I had an MRI about a month ago, which was 5 months after my first MRI. And it showed that I'd healed my cancer 50% in both breasts.
Wow.
So definitely I'm on the road to healing. I'm planning to heal it all and get no more surgery and share with people what they need to do. Because it's not only healing the cancer, it's being aware how to prevent it, because it is an epidemic these days. And one of the main things is the toxins in our world that we don't realize we have. Part of what I did was get a very in-depth toxicology report and found out I had high mold, which I didn't know, and high glyphosate, which is from the vineyards, the Roundup, all of that. So I got all that out of my body with detox methods, with glucosamine and other things that I do that I'll share. Yeah, and so we need to be aware we live in a world that's very toxic these days. It's not like when we were kids.
Yeah.
When in Sebastopol, it was very pure when I was growing up there as a kid, and nature was alive. Even in Sebastopol, you know, we have the vineyards that spray and all of that. So this is just our world these days, and you've got to be careful. And it can be prevented. And it's not only cancer, it's kind of all the diseases we have now. It's the same thing, and it's all coming out now. So this is part of the disclosure that's happening now for everyone.
Amazing. Now, you kind of had mentioned some more people knew about your mom, and we thought we were going to lose your mom. I love the story about when she went to the gates of heaven. What happened? Can you tell that story?
Yeah, she was almost out the door, and then she came back. You know, she kind of came alive again. So, you know, part of it is the love of our family that surrounded around her, that I think she wanted to stay. And she said, you know, Deb, I went to the gates. And I said, you did? And I said, well, what'd you see? And she said, the door was a little bit open. I said, really? Well, what'd you do? And she said, I shut the damn thing. I'm not ready yet. She's an Italian kick-ass woman. So there's all kinds of stories. She's hilarious. And she's still hanging out. It's really amazing. She's just in bed now. She can't walk. And I said, Ma, you know,
you just lay in bed all day. Is that really okay? I'd be kind of grumpy. And she says, no, I watch TV, I get fed, I relax. My friends come over and see me. I'm doing great. So she's learned something in this life for sure, to accept her reality now and just be at peace with it. So I learn a lot by going to visit her every day.
That's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
really wonderful. I'm going to read some of the comments. Dr. Laura writes, lots of laughs. That's cool. Katie A writes, congratulations, Debra. Looking forward to hearing you share more. Dr. Laura writes, most people with cancer should, like Debra, do their own research. There's no need to pass with cancer any longer.
Correct.
Connie and Andrew writes, so happy to hear this news, Debra. Wow. Karen S writes, yes, fasting is one of the best remedies for cancer, as well as for many other conditions. Dia Therese writes, Debra, so wonderful to see you. I also spent 4 weeks at OHI, Optimum Health Institute. Big love. Yes, fasting is a great way to turn around cancer. So lots of comments coming in. People really enjoying seeing you.
Yeah, once I get all my materials together, I'll come back on the show and share more, and I'll have something online that will research like the best top information on cancer that's really easy to resource. So I will share that as I get through the Bloom Festival and can work on creating this platform that will have all that information.
Great.
Mhm.
Not sure where this is. I've got to lock up my dog. And Debra, I'm gonna bring you back up again and put this on you. Oh, now she's going over to Debra. There we go. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. One other significant event in your life was your best friend passed away suddenly.
Yeah, the hits keep coming, you know,
Yeah.
and at this stage you just go, okay, spirit, what is here to teach me? You know, and yes, my best friend of 20 years, business partner, I call him spiritual husband because we were life partners, although not romantic partners, but we were bonded, left spontaneously.
Very quickly.
And he was very well known in the community. So we had a vigil for him at Energy Wave Center for 4 days. Hundreds of people came. And they all gave the same story. Jeffrey was there for me when I needed help. Jeffrey was there for me when I first came to Sebastopol. I didn't know anyone. Jeffrey was there for me when I was trying to start a business and I didn't know how to do that. It was just amazing.
No doubt an angel.
And an interesting story, during the vigil, a woman came up to me and said, Jeffrey told me to bring this to you. I go, what? Yeah, I heard him once. I just ignored it. I heard again. Jeffrey wanted me to come down here and give you this angel card that's been on my altar for 10 years. So I took the angel card, I looked at it, and it said harmony. So my harmony festival was the big thing in my life that he helped me with and everything. And he also gave me a message from a medium the next day, the day after he died. And very amazing. He said, Debra, I'm coming through Michaela to give you this message. I know you're quaking with grief. I'm so sorry. I'm grieving too. But really, this is okay. It's for the best. I am going to be here and be here for my family. I'm going to stick around, be for some friends, and I will help you as well. We were truly transformational partners, and I've got your back. And that's what he always used to tell me. You got your back. So I've had 2 sessions with him, speaking him directly through Michaela, who's an amazing medium, understanding why he left, what his role is. Very similar to Celestine Star. He can do so much more during these accelerated times from that side.
Yeah.
Because he's a very expanded high being. And he had a form of leukemia that he had kept off for 10 years. And he knew that now he was going to start to go downhill for 2 or 3 years and then probably pass because it was overcoming him. So his soul decided to just leave on a high note instead of all that happens when you go through that.
Very well.
And I kind of knew that, but he confirmed that in those sessions. So I got that confirmation of that, what happened. and there's much more. It's the veils are really thin, and he comes to me in my meditations too. So we can all communicate with our beloveds on the other side if they're choosing to stay around. And I feel like he'll stay around for a while. He'll help a bunch of people, and then he'll go off it. You know so well because you
Or Suchi.
also,
Yeah.
you've also went through it.
Susan writes, wow, hearing this story is very encouraging. DR is getting chills. Lorna writes, Debra, you look radiant. She does. She does. So it's really, really wonderful to have you with us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And did I see an email that there's a new kind of like a consolidated few different newsletters into one? Did I catch that
Yeah,
correctly?
the new brand is Wishing Well Portal.
Okay.
So that's my people can sign up on my newsletters, wishingwellportal.com. And that gets you in touch with all the latest, greatest, because that's my passion. Live events, online events, festivals, conferences, resources. And we send emails out. You can pick whatever newsletters you want to be in, how often you want to get emails. But really, that's my superpower. So I stay on top of everything because I just love what is the next level of healing, of consciousness, of community connection coming in. So that's what I share with on Harmony Connects newsletter, Debra Recommends, and Transformation into the New Paradigm. So people can sign up on Wishing Well Portal.
Wishingwellportal.com.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. Well, you know, the fellow who's supposed to come over to take me over to do interviews to come over. So I think what we'll do is I will play another something. And here is, oh, this is a good one. Here's Tatiana again. And it's a short one. It's a 3-minute song, Instrument of Peace. So we're going to take a little musical break. And here is Tatiana with Instrument of Peace. Whoops. Oh, it should be playing. Let's try again. Piper Dellums. Well, we're not going to play a song. We've got something even better. We've got Piper Dellums. Debra, thank you.
Debra, how are you, my brother? I just came to, I could grab dinner before we sat.
Well, have a seat. Have a seat.
Let me at least give you a kissy skin.
Of course, we just played your prayer for peace.
You did?
Yes. So
Wait, are
this
you
is
alive?
You are on the Awakening World, and you're also on Hubcast. We are live broadcasting both to the Awakening World and to the whole Hubcast stream.
Wow.
And of course, you just saw the prayer for peace that we did. We played that about 15 minutes
You're
ago.
kidding. Well, we were sitting in the back. We had just finished doing this beautiful workshop with Gary. 5 hours, and grief was stunning. And setting up for sound check.
Tell them.
Setting up for sound check. And then someone ran forward and said, well, I actually said, I'm really missing Scott. And I said, I don't know if Scott's, I miss him. And they said, what do you mean you miss him? He's in the back room. He's broadcasting live. So I ran through to say hello to our Awakening World family. It's so wonderful to be here. 99 days of peace, to be here with all of these Jyoti Ma, everyone's here. It is going to be an extraordinary evening, and I wish everyone were there. I see George, and I see Raj. This is so cool.
Well,
like there's everybody's there.
Yeah.
Wow.
All of your friends. Yeah.
Wow. So here we are. Is anyone here in San Francisco or in the Bay?
If so, get your little butts over to Grace Cathedral.
Get your little butts over here to Grace Cathedral.
You look gorgeous. Look at you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, love you so
I
much.
love you so much. Thank you for letting me come and take a little moment from the host and from your evening. I love you, family. So we will hopefully see you live there. And I'm sending so much love.
All right.
Yeah.
You're gonna grab some food.
Stay in high vibration. This is what we need right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna stand up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a couple bites myself while I play, if I can get this to play. Not quite sure where I did go. Thank you, Piper. kind of a unique show tonight. All right, let's see if we can get this to play this time. No, it's not wanting to play. So we are going to try something different. Let's, oh, here's Michael. Oh, but Michael, we're not hearing you. You need to unmute.
Oh, this is.
That's a really good point.
Now we hear you.
And I just heard from the control room that we can take a peek into the broadcast.
Okay, great.
So shall we go there?
Sure. If you've got a camera going on, go ahead and take it there.
Awesome. Yes.
You guys get to watch kind of the uniqueness of learning how to.
What I just heard is you're going to be on the broadcast for the next 20 minutes. And so I think I'm just going to do this. And you're live on the stream. And take it away.
Are you saying take it away to me or to someone else?
To you, Scott.
Oh, okay. Originally Alex was supposed to come over and he was going to have a little handheld camera and we we're going to go do interviews. Fortunately, I've had some people come to me, but I guess that isn't happening in terms of him coming over. So I'm hoping that we're going to take a little break with a song. And here is Breath of Life with Tatiana. And this does appear to be playing. Oh, what just happened? Oh, there we go. All right. How much fun, huh? Okay, here we go.
Everything is breathing in. Everything is breathing out. The whole universe is breathing with me. Everything is opening. Everything is closing in this universe. I feel the breath of the universe rushing through my body. The breath of the universe, the breath of life. I am breathing. I am feeling. I am alive. I am a mystery. Everything is breathing in. Everything is breathing out. The whole universe is breathing with me. The earth breathes. The stars breathe. The whole universe breathes. The universe is rushing through me. Breathing in, I am the universe awakening. Breathing out. I am the universe remembering. I am life, connected to all living things. The earth breathes in the ocean tides that rise and fall. The stars breathe, expanding and collapsing in cycles of creation and destruction. Chama, great primordial mother, mother of all Buddhas, embodiment of the loving nature of this universe. Breathing in, I receive your love. Breathing out, I let go and release all things unto you. Great Mother, Life Giver, breathe me open to greater life.
Wow, isn't that beautiful? I want to welcome everybody that's watching on Hubcast. This is kind of fun. It's the first time that Hubcast and the Awakening World have kind of merged together. So we've got a lot happening simultaneously. We've got our friends that are in the Zoom room, 44 Global Peace Tribers in the Zoom room directly. We're going out to Hubcast, and we're going out, as always, to all the Facebook groups and pages and YouTube channels to the Sign Network. The original plan was that they're gonna have a camera carrying over, and I was gonna do interviews over there being Grace Cathedral. I'm in kind of the ancillary building, but the sound check is taking too long. And so during this video, I got the word that I'm just gonna carry and cover, and the show will begin at 8 p.m. We're going to cover a little bit. I want to acknowledge, maybe we'll even do a prayer. Oh, here comes Michael Kraus. Hey, Michael.
It's kind of an amalgamation of Hubcast, One World, Global Peace Tribe, and everybody out there that really has peace at their heart. And this is really symbolically also for our times is that collaboration that we need to reach out to, not just stay in our silos, but to cross-pollinate and get to know each other and collaborate across networks and platforms and perhaps our level of comfort. I think that is really what is really also symbolically for in the real reality, not in the virtual reality, but how can we be more engaged with our neighbors and in our community, and so again, I want to commemorate you for your dedication for so many years to building community and for bringing people together from all around the world and specifically North America.
Well, thank you very much, Michael. Well, likewise, you've been doing it for so long. And, you know, since you've been very involved with Unify for so long, people periodically ask, what's happening with Unify? Is there anything you could share about that?
Let me ask a question first. Is that why we both have gray hair?
Well, I always have to say silver. I prefer to
Oh,
see
sorry.
silver hair. You know, it's a little bit
Silver golden hair.
Exactly.
Unify, we are in the process of how can I'm not saying reinventing, because reinventing wouldn't give it justice. What we had to do is we had to take a little bit of a step back and reorganize ourselves and come up with a strategic plan, specifically because our audience was mainly on Facebook. And so what we started to realize that our outreach really depends on the algorithms of a third party, in that case Facebook and Meta. And 1 week we had over I think we have so far this year 1.009 billion impressions or reach, and at some point we had a really big spike. Facebook noticed, oh wow, there is somebody out there, and the way the algorithms work within Facebook are also dictated by the money of advertising that you put into it. And as a non-profit peace organization where literally everybody works on free time, how can you I don't know where the idea comes from that peace needs to be paid for. And so I would rather encourage Facebook to maybe relook at the algorithms and move the organizations that are doing good in the world and bring peace into the world and working with the environment and anti-violence and anti-war, that those need to be supported rather than punished. So what we noticed is that we were getting punished based on the outreach that we had. And so we kind of had to take a step back, and we're just in the process of relaunching again. And if you've gone to the Unified Facebook page specifically over the Peace Weekend last weekend, you'll see that there is a traction that we're gaining again, and it is like the ocean. It is like the wave. It's retrieving back and then moving forward again. And so we feel that we were in that rhythm for a couple of months or 2 months. We had to take a little bit of a step back and reorganize and refocus and re-strategize. And I guess that is part of life, actually. And we can't simply move things, we can't force things forward. And everything in life has a rhythm. And so we have to be individually and collectively also be in that rhythm. And one of the things that we sometimes forget to do, or often perhaps forget to do, is reflect. And so how many times do we actually sit down, be still on a daily basis or on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis to actually be really in that space of contemplating and really reflecting on what am I grateful for? Where did I have an opportunity to practice even greater compassion and kindness for other people? And the same is true for technology and economy and everything revolves around specific patterns. And
so this is about honoring Neil. He and I had.
Sorry.
It's all good. I hear Gary Malkin.
Yeah.
And so let me just check with the control room for a minute, and I will.
And while you do that, I've got a couple of things that I'm going to do to keep us occupied. And
Awesome.
I think we're going to start the show, the big show, in about 10 minutes or so. But I thought one thing that would be really kind of fun to play, again, since we're celebrating peace this week, and some of you have seen this before, it's the Garden of Peace video, which Kristen Hoffman co-created this beautiful song, and it's an amazing, lovely animated video. And we saw on our show a couple of weeks ago, little Mickey, 16-year-old from Japan, who voices the lead. And this is the Garden of Peace, which is part of this huge, wonderful new project called Umi's Universe. Let's take a look.
Springing into peace, oh, can't you see? Like the blossoms of our cherry tree, growing love from seeds we sow, connecting hearts with each piece. Oh, we are one and each unique in our garden of peace. Like the blossoms of our cherry tree, growing love from seeds we sow, connecting hearts with each piece. Oh, we are one and each unique in our garden of peace.
Imagine the children all over the world living in a garden of peace.
May peace prevail on earth. Peace like forever to May peace prevail on earth. Garden of peace. May peace prevail on earth. Peace prevail on earth. Garden of peace.
Wow, that is just awesome. And I actually have the book here from Tess Cacciatore that I met a few weeks ago in St. Louis and Kansas, and she signed it for me. And what a beautiful project, and how inspiring it is, and specifically for children. This is the content that we need to offer our children, not feed them, but offer them as a alternative to where they're hanging out right now.
Absolutely. You know, one of the things, Michael, we've been tracking, and I want to thank Dr. Laura for this, is the flotilla that has now embarked from Crete, and it's on its way to Gaza. And so the latest update is there's an Italian military ship with them. The Spanish, the Chinese, and Italian boats are all providing support to try and get this flotilla successfully to Gaza to provide the extraordinarily needed supplies and medicine, and most of all food, for the people of Gaza. So we just want to continue to send our blessings. And as we're celebrating peace, there cannot be peace when people are starving. There cannot be peace when countries are causing genocide. And so praying for peace on all levels, absolutely.
And definitely not if we kill each other's children, as Jimmy Carter said. So what an incredible group of people that decided to create that flotilla and set off, and to now see the support coming in from Spain and Italy and other countries, and it is just it's a sign of our times. We all want peace on the planet. We all have that flame burning in our hearts, and we are the ones we've been waiting for. So it's up to our action to create it. And the same is true for Gary Malkin and his amazing work, and we're going to be hearing from him really, really shortly. And what an ambassador for peace he is. And his what most impresses me is with him is the understanding of the deep connection between music and not just grief, but music and emotion, and how he's going to be able to articulate it in a way that allows you to really, really understand music on a deeper level. And I was fortunate enough to meet him a couple of times here in Vancouver when he came to the studio. And what a beautiful man, what a beautiful vision, what a beautiful gift he carries for the world. And I'm really, really excited to hear his concert tonight.
Do we have 4 minutes before the start of the concert, do you think, Michael?
I think we might have 4 minutes.
We always like to open and close, since we're going to kind of wrap up the Awakening World part and go to the concert. We always open and close with our beloved Omashar. He's down in San Diego playing music right now for the big event happening down there. And we're going to close with his song, Hypnotized. So here is beloved brother Omashar. And then right shortly after this, we'll be ready to start the concert with Gary Malkin and a host of people, including Michael Krause. Here we go.
Now we recognize we've been hypnotized. The spell is wearing off, and so now we rise with higher frequencies. There is no disguise. The truth of life itself is now realized. Love is reaching through hearts of me and you. Our world is waking up to our different points of view, cause now we recognize we've been hypnotized. The spell is wearing off, and so now we rise with higher frequencies. There is no disguise. Of life itself is now realized. So shake yourself free of the past. No longer do we walk in the dark. Let's show each other what we can do, and let our light shine right on through, and let the good of humanity stay, and let the dross simply fade away, and let the mother return to us all, so that love can have her way. Cause now we recognize we've been hypnotized. The spell is wearing off, and so now we rise with higher frequencies. There is no disguise. The truth of life itself
That's a pretty cool video, isn't it, huh? And here we go. The concert's about to begin.
Can you feel it? Look around you. It's marvelous. Thank you for being here.
Welcome. Terzkai Gabriel and I, David Wick, are with Pathways to Peace, the leadership of Pathways to Peace. Pathways to Peace is a UN-designated peace messenger organization. It's been involved with peace building, the culture of peace, since the early days. In 1981, helped to formulate the resolution creating the International Day of Peace. We're delighted to be here to share with you this evening in so many different ways.
So let's just step back for a moment and breathe. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. How do those words make you feel? Does that melody waft through your memory? Does it open up your heart and open up your mind? Imagine is one of the most beautiful and awe-inspiring songs of all time. Released in 1971, deep in the heart of the Vietnam War. Imagine calls us to envision a world of peace, a world of unity. Unity is a felt experience, as well as a call to action. When I hear that song, I recognize that within my own soul, I crave unity. Do you feel that too? Yes. And when we remember who we truly are, we embrace unity. We rise as one. I believe everyone here today is here to transform our world from the narrative of separation to a new narrative of unity. Our simple call to action is to bring our love and light into our world. For that task is ours to do. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. Thank you. Oh, and please hold the applause until the absolute end of the concert. I know it's hard to do, so do what you need to do for caring for yourselves, but hold that applause to maintain this sacred container. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Bill Swing. I used to be the bishop of this diocese for 27 years, and I'm still kicking around. Welcome to Grace. Grace Cathedral. It's also an Episcopal church, so you're going to have to listen to a word from our sponsor. The Episcopal Church was born in the same maternity ward as the United States of America. Both the USA and the Episcopal Church were born in Philadelphia in the late 1780s. They were the children of the same divorce. The colonies of America were separating from the sovereign King of England. The Episcopal Church was breaking away from the same king whose title had been for us Supreme Head of our Church. The United States of America and the Episcopal Church were bathed in the same waters of freedom, democracy, and unity. And just as the new government created a House of Delegates in the Senate, at the same time the Episcopal Church created the House of Bishops, the House of Deputies, no longer answerable to a king, but totally dependent on each other, with checks and balances, brothers and sisters, equal. In the late 1780s, the United States government looked in the rear-view mirror of history and saw what happened when the church and the state come together. What followed were bloody religious wars over centuries. So the very first amendment to the Constitution of the United States was to create an amendment that would create a vast guarantee of religious inclusion for every religion and spiritual expression could find a home here in this country, and no religion would ever dominate. There would be no established, that's the big word in the old days, there would be no established religion in the United States of America. And don't forget that. That's very important. As for the Episcopal Church, when we were the Church of England in the colonial times, we were the established church. In 7 of the 13 colonies, meaning if you lived in New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, at that time, you paid government taxes that went to our church. We call that the good old days here, but you don't have to. We left our privileged status behind us and happily looked forward with everyone else to a new day where we're all equal. We trusted in the religious vocation of unity, not domination or kings or far-off religious figureheads, but in the invigorating spirit which is scattered far beyond our gaze or our imagination. We're going to count on that spirit. The new government and the new church believed in the separation of church and state and was highly suspicious of anyone trying to merge the two, going forward a few hundred years. The Charter of the United Nations was written and signed in San Francisco. When the UN had its 50th anniversary, it came here to Grace Cathedral to celebrate. Also, the United Religions Initiative came out of this cathedral 25 years ago and operates now in 121 countries around the world. So, it is my profound privilege tonight to welcome you to Grace Cathedral and Episcopal Church. In the midst of what appears to be an ever-increasing fragmentation of life in this country, Grace offers a house of prayer for all people, an abiding hope that there is oneness at the center of all life. So welcome.
I stand on the edge of the ocean. Salt wind touches my face, carrying the voices of our ancestors. Whispers of compassion, unity, peace, justice, and love. These are the values we heard again and again just this past week at the United Nations for Climate Week. Indigenous tribes, young people, women, people of color, gathering in circles while larger decisions were being made. The resilience in their eyes, the silent smile that traversed adversity and challenge, yet unshakable belief and strength carrying us forth. Will you sit and have tea with me? Share your journeys with me, your worries, your hopes, your quiet prayers. Please sit. Let us meet as humans do. From orbit, there are no borders. Only one world, one breath, one humanity. There are no wars from up there. Our ancestors, for thousands of years, sat in circles around the fire, sharing bread, sharing tea, sharing story. And today, we are circles within circles, hollows within the hollow movement, each of us whole, each of us a part of something greater, like rivers flowing through the sea, like stars forming constellation. Your story matters, your truth, your heart. Together, our voices weave the song of belonging, the song of one human family. And this is the ritual of our shared humanity. This is the moment where we rise as one.
In a time when miracles seem scarce, I'm here to let you in on a secret. We're participating in a miracle at this very moment. This gathering in this sacred space is itself a miracle, born from each of our hearts choosing to say yes. So let's take a breath and feel this. We're actually gathered in this hallowed cathedral that has held prayers and tears and dreams for generations. And tonight, we will add our own. All of us have gathered from near and far, and most of us have never even met, much less rehearsed. So what you are about to experience has never happened before and will never happen again in quite this way. As we share songs and poems and music and prayers, please remember, you are not just witnesses. You are a part of these prayers and songs. You are helping us co-create this miracle that's about to unfold. So let's begin our journey by listening together to a piece of music from the Thrive movie I scored as a form of collective prayer. Listening as a form of collective prayer. Thank you for sharing this journey with us.
Holy Mother, Father God, reaching up to you today with a prayer of gratitude. Gratitude for the morning star that started this day and brought a new dawn. Gratitude for this amazing, beautiful grace that is filling us as we speak. Thank you for the sacred territory of the Ohlone and so many other original people around this world that have been holding your instruction for this creation through millennia. Through hard time, they brought themselves unbroken strand of knowledge to sit with us in this world table. Thank you for all that are gathered here, for each one of them brings a strand, a golden strand that is run from the roots of who they are. Thank you for the performers that are here, the musicians, the poets, the ones that pray, the ones that raise your grace into a chorus of song and reverence for this time. For truly, Creator, our old ones bring the prophecies that prepared us, and they bring the prophecies that instruct us in these times. Let us listen. For we now are in a great turning moment with this mother of ours. And the ending, as the Kogi say, is falling into the beginning. Help us keep our minds still and our hearts open so we can align with the vision of a new dawn and not get lost in that which is falling down. You know each and every one of us so well, Creator. Help us learn how to know ourselves so well as the time is calling for all of us to wake the Holy One that lives within and light ourselves right up and announce that heaven is now on earth, and peace and harmony and respect for one another has brought us back to an original day and way of life where all life is sacred. So I give you great thanks, Creator, that we're awake and we're standing in this moment to bring our joy and our light and our love. And when it gets hard and dark, let us stand together in one, and let us brighten this space with your love and the intelligence of nature. Thank you, Creator. Thank you for all of life. Thank you for the maker of life, for the grandmother that dreamed this dream and is still dreaming us now. Grandmother, open your lap, for we want to pour some of the gracious diversity of what you've gifted us with and raise this life and praise to you. We are listening. We are awake. This granny is marching as we rise as one. And so it is, and so it shall always be.
Last night, I dreamed 10,000 grandmothers from 1,200 corners of the earth walked out into the gap, one breath deep, between the bullet and the flesh, between the bomb and the family. They told me, we cannot wait for governments. There are no peacemakers boarding planes. There are no leaders who dare to say every life is precious. So it will have to be us. They said, we will cup our hands around each heart. We will sing the earth's song, the song of water, a song so beautiful that vengeance will turn to weeping. The mourners will embrace, and grief replace every impulse toward harm. 10,000 is not enough, they said. So we have sent this dream, like a flock of doves, into the sleep of the world. Wake up, put your shoes on. You who are reading this, I am bringing the bandages and a bag of scented guavas from my trees. I remember the tune. Meet me at the corner. Meet me at the corner. Let's go.
Together we will stand at the edge of time, on the threshold of a land. This is our ancient home, the one we've always known. At the calling of this love, we come. Well, before time and breath, inside every life and death, behind each face, inside every grief and grace, there is a timeless call, alive inside it all. At the calling of this love, we come. I carry the ancestors in my breath, with their wisdom and their wounds. I follow the children beyond my death. This will be their planet soon. Between grace and ash, where the future meets the past, beyond wrong and right, beyond thoughts of wrong and right, there is an ancient home inside the great unknown. with me. At the calling of this love, we come. That's how it goes. At the calling of this love, we come. At the calling of this love, we come. Threshold of a land. This is our ancient home, the one we've always known. At the calling of this love, we come. Sing with me. At the calling of this love, we come. A cappella. At the calling of this love, we come. At the calling of this love, we come. Where the heart has learned to feel, bringing all we need to heal. At the calling of this love, we come.
hearts are split and trembling. Our minds are frayed and fraught. We carry grief so vast, it shakes the bones of our sleep, and yet none of it is new. Loss is our oldest language. We have always known how it feels to break. Even our silence is heavy with names unspoken. Grief drags us to the floor. But on the ground, we are closest to truth. This agony is proof we still care enough to be wounded. We still dare enough to be changed. Do not numb it. Do not turn away. Let it tear you open wide enough for the light to pour through. Grief is not a punishment. It is initiation. The crucible where forgiveness kneels beside sorrow. Imperfection bows to love, and woundedness opens its trembling palms. Let this sorrow teach us how to love without leaving, how to rise without hardening, how to live without despair. Grief is the fire, and we are the fire's gold. Yes, the world is burning, but maybe this burning is the very spark that remembers us back into wholeness. Here at the edge of ruin, we bow not in defeat, but in forgiveness. Even the tragic, unrelenting reality beats with the same heart of love. And in that beating, we rise.
Everything must change. Nothing stays the same. Everything must change. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. The young become the old. Mysteries to unfold. 'cause that's the way of time. Oh, nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life we can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds and sun lights up the sky and hummingbirds do fly. Rain comes from the clouds and sun lights up the sky and hummingbirds do fly.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me.
Where sun lights up the sky.
Sun lights up the sky.
From the clouds.
Rain comes from the clouds.
To fly. Rain comes from the clouds.
Rain comes from the clouds. Sun lights up the sky.
Hummingbirds do fly.
They do.
Rain comes from the clouds.
Rain comes from the clouds.
Sun lights up the sky.
Sun lights up the sky.
Music makes me high, makes me cry. Everything must change.
Everything must change.
Everything must change.
It is when the world feels too heavy to bear that grief arrives like a messenger at your door to invite you to feel the ocean of compassion. Do not numb yourself. This is the hour to sit by the fire of your sorrow and let it soften you until you remember what you are made of. To show you that your heart is still alive. Yes, it will break you. But there you will find the soil of humility. And in that soil, the seeds of mercy. And in that mercy, the birth of a new kind of strength. The world is crying out for such hearts. Hearts that can ache without closing. Hearts that can shatter and still choose love. Let this heartbreak be the doorway that leads you back to yourself. Let it teach you to forgive faster, to risk tenderness again when everything is collapsing. Do not waste your pain. Let it burn clean. Let it light the way for others to become the beacons we were meant to be.
this moment. We were made for this lifetime. We are instruments of change. We are leaving for the sour. Say yes, say yes, say yes. Change, we are living for this hour. Say yes, say yes, say yes. I keep on breathing in. Where are you now? I keep on breathing out. Where are you? Where are you now? I never thought I would close your eyes. It hurts to say you took the long way home. I never thought I could lose you twice. It hurts to say you took the long way home. And I see your face on the long way home. It's worth the wait, the long way home.
And just being gently with yourself now, as you feel the resonance of the beautiful words that you've heard spoken in this sacred place tonight. And grief really is a fire. And when we go through that fire, we discover our gold, hard-won and precious. And life transforms us into who we were meant to be. So just take a moment to think about your own life and the places where life has squeezed you. And sometimes you could say we're all like a big tube of toothpaste. You don't know what's inside until you're squeezed. And we want to get to that place through the transformation, through the sacred dance, to become the gold of the alchemist, to radiate the inner sunlight and to light up our world. So calling upon the infinite of your understanding, the infinite of your heart, by the names and styles that light up your world. And join in the song of this sacred place to which we have come, and feel your truth and feel the pain and feel your heart and all that it has gained. No longer are you in ignorance. You have felt life to your core, and you know without saying just how far you can go. And the angels, they rejoice in the heavens above at the beauty of the gold within the human heart, so hard won. And they sing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. The day is done and they've merged with the sun, and the beauty shines through every wall. Amen. Truly, amazing grace, amazing grace. Adios, divine mother, mother of the soul. We call to you this sacred day. Lift us in your loving arms that we will always know the way.
يلي في الدنيا لا تكون مغرور، يلي في الدنيا لا تكون مغرور، راه الدنيا فايتة فايتة والظل مخدوم. لا 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 برضو برضو لا 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 على عيني واللي كان عطول واللي شاف نوب بعيني كله هناك كله هناك اللي يدوب. واللي شفته حالي قال لي لا 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 وندوب ندوب لا 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 وندوب ندوب.
I invite the ancestors who support our highest good. I ask you to drop into that great silent place, that deep, wide, beautiful, silent place of nature, and allow yourself to listen. What do you hear? I hear you, Yahweh.
We don't want to be the only ones. We want you to raise your voice in this song with us and sing with us. Todd's going to teach you the little sing-along moment. It's simple. It's ha, you, yeah, ya. Those are the sounds. Ha, you, yeah, ya. Sing it. What's that?
Ha, you, yeah, ya. Ha, you, yeah, ya.
Too easy.
Could you even imagine a world without voice? The words you don't say go unheard. Could you even fathom the silent wars? In our hearts we can tell we don't want to hate no more. Can I have your attention as I sing through the noise? Could you murmur a sound so I know you're here? Could you let it spill out of your mouth with no doubt in this song we sing with one voice? Sung out, you sound your reaction as you let your heart reach out to feel the deeper connection, a harmony that only we can hear. Would you try to remember that we spin on a dime? We bloom and we die in the blink of time's eye. In the blue of September, in the tone of your call, would you carry the tune? Would you whisper the words to this song? In the symphony silence, in the ghost between notes, would you haunt me out loud with a melody I've never known? Would you let it spill out of your mouth with no doubt in the song we sing with one voice? Sung out, I need to feel that my voice is loved. It's right here. Always enough, more than enough to be seen. I need to feel, I need to know that my voice is love. My voice is love. It's right here. Always enough, more than enough to be seen. I need to feel, I need to know that my voice is love. My voice is love. It's right right here. You ready to sing with us? Here we go. It's right here. Sing. One voice, so loud, we sound sweetly, how hearts reach out to feel the deeper connection. Harmony that only we can
It all matters. All of it.
That someone picks up the windblown wrapper.
Say hello to the invalid, folds the abandoned laundry,
Plays the game fairly. Tells the story honestly.
That someone gives credit, resists temptation, wipes the counter.
waits at the yellow light, makes the bed, tips the maid.
It all matters.
That someone congratulates the victor,
Accepts the consequences.
Takes a stand,
offers a hand,
That someone goes first.
goes last.
Chooses the small portion.
teaches the child, tends to the dying, comforts the grieving.
Wipes the tears, directs the lost, and touches the lonely.
It all matters. All of it matters. The whole thing.
It's been a complicated situation. Gotta face the damage that's been done. Sooner or later, it's gonna get us if we don't make right where we went wrong. Why is it so hard to say sorry sometimes? When all love is worth so much more than our pride now. Can we just care for each other? Can we still always be there for each other? 'Cause I don't wanna do this without you, and I know you feel it too. So can we just care for each other? We can call it what you want. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sing that one. Ooh, 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 yeah. It's been a complicated situation. It's been one hell of a season. Fell off the deep end and beat the demons out of my guitar. Fingers bleeding, pledge allegiance, being free from all the pain we cause. We be the ones to say sorry this time. 'Cause our love is worth so much more than our pride. Oh, can we just care for each other? Care for each other, care for each other. Can we still always be there for each other? There for each other, there for each other. 'Cause I don't wanna do this without you, and I know you feel it too. So can we just care for each other? Care for each other, care for each other. We can call it what you want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, yeah. We can call it what you want. Said when we move on. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I don't wanna do this without you, no. And I know you feel it too. I don't wanna do this without you, no. And I know you feel it too, yeah. I don't wanna do this without you. And I know you feel it too. So can we just care for each other? Care for each other, care for each other. We can call it what you want. Ooh, 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 ooh. Call it what you want. Ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's time to get interactive. And this little song that was born in the jungle at the base of a tree, it's going to take us through this experience. So it's a love song to a tree. Spirit comes and the spirit goes, in every breath we breathe. It's running through my veins, flowing through your leaves. In the memory of my skin, in your roots deep down within, in my bones and in your branches, you and me are kin.
Unity isn't just between humans, but with the entire natural world. We have much to learn from trees, for instance. Even though it appears that trees are separate individuals, they are in fact collectives, families, even if they're not of the same variety. We know now that they communicate with one another in their root systems. They share resources. They give each other space. And while there is often a mother tree, there is no hierarchy. So now we're going to do a little imaginative practice together. So I'd like you to stand up. And just close your eyes. And if you will, imagine your feet growing roots deep into the ground, becoming your own rooted tree. Up through your trunk, lifting high into the sky, are your branches. Feel that inner calm and the steadfast quality of becoming a tree. And feel the connectivity with all who are standing near you in this cathedral, this family. Now, let's bring our humanity into the mix. Eyes are still closed. We're going to evoke two qualities that make us unique in this nature realm. First, cup your right hand down by your side. And as you slowly start to rise it up, empty into that cupped hand your grief, your worry, your confusion, even despair, as you slowly rise it up to cup over your heart. And hold your hand there for a moment, allowing yourself to fully accept those tender feelings. Leave your hand there. Cup your left hand down by your side. And as you begin to raise it, empty into it all the things you love. Your gratitude, and your wonder at the miracle of your life as you slowly raise it up to your heart to rest over your right hand. Breathe in the truth of those feelings. We humans have an exquisite capacity to hold both pain and love at the same time. Now, with your hands still over your heart, open your eyes and turn in the opposite direction of the person you came with. People on the end might have a little difficulty. Find a partner. Holding your hands over your heart, gaze deeply into the eyes. If there's nobody else, go with the person you came with. Gaze deeply into the eyes of your partner. And you recognize that both of you are carrying the same things. The grief, the love, the wonder, the concern, all of it. Like the trees, these capacities bond you into the same family. Now at this moment, imagine that flowing between your hearts is the infinity shape made of water. Just let it flow in that space between you, knowing that in this water is infinite compassion for the human condition. Compassion for all the disappointments, the stress, and the sheer energy it takes to keep going while carrying some heavy loads. Allow that compassion to sink into your being. Now, repeat after me. My eyes perceive that you are you and I am me. But my eyes deceive, for I am you and you are me. And I don't have to do this alone. Our grief is one. Our love is one. We are one. And like the trees, we rise as one. You can hug your partner now.
I invite you to find that partner again. Face that partner again. Find any partner. And we're going to sing to them. Here we go. Well, I am another you. You are another me. We breathe in harmony. Holy, holy green tree. I am another you. You are another me. breathe out, when I breathe out, you breathe in, and I need you, and you need me. Balance reciprocity. Holy, holy green tree. When they cut you to the core, sweep you from the first floor, I lay you on my knee and we carve out our melody. These notes, these bones, these branches, these leaves, these hands, these roots, these valleys, these streets, we are one breath, one life, one love, one heart, one reverie, and one soul. Everybody come on, sing it. I am another you. You are another. Holy, holy green tree.
Before the first cry of war, before lines were carved into the skin of the earth, before time began to keep its restless count, there was a single breath vast enough to wrap the mountains in silver mist, deep enough to birth the oceans, gentle enough to lift the first light over the sleeping world. From that breath, rivers wandered forth, carrying the memory of unity. From that breath, the wind learned to sing across every land We came not as divided tribes, but as one family. Each soul carrying the same fire, hidden behind open eyes. We are kin to the olive tree that cradles peace in its roots, to the whale whose song crosses unseen borders, to the sky that belongs to no single nation. Our skin carries every shade the earth has ever painted. Ochres of desert, browns of fertile soil, the gold of sunlit fields, the deep laugh of midnight skies. Our voices are shaped by the same first breath, born of the same ancient wind. There is no other among us. Only one living body called humanity. Only one heartbeat echoing through the walls of our shared home. And yet, we have seen the small joys of children snatched away, their games and laughter replaced by fear. We have seen mothers clutch empty arms where once they held their sleeping babies. We have heard bedtime songs silenced mid-note, swallowed by the wail of sirens and the thunder of war. And the earth trembles with their silence, as if creation itself aborts its own promise. The stars dimming for each stolen cradle, the ancestors mourning louder than the bombs, calling us back from the edge of forgetting. We have watched their gardens reduced to ash before a single blossom could unfold. The sweet scent that lifts from the earth after the rain finds its way back, carrying the promise that life will bloom again. For the soil itself testifies, what has been scattered can return. What has been silenced can sing. What has been broken can seed another
generation. That is the promise of peace. It returns when the midnight tears of a widow shed for all she has lost rise with the sun as whispered prayers for the living. It returns when the soft, defiant laughter of a child weaves its way through broken streets and shattered walls, carrying hope where even light struggles to enter. It returns because the ancestors refuse to let peace die. Their breath a current within our own lungs, their sorrow shaping our courage, their vision sharpening our sight. Beyond the smoke of today, it returns when the women of the world rise side by side. They rise as the midwives of creation, guardians of rivers and wombs, their backs straight, unbent by the weight of sorrow, their eyes steady, unafraid to face what comes. In their hands they hold the seeds of tomorrow, the children they protect, the dreams they refuse to surrender, and the quiet power to plant peace where war once grew. Listen, beneath the cannons and the cries, beneath the iron weight of fear, there is still the quiet hum of the beginning. It moves in the turning of the seasons, in the hush of snowfall, in the first bird who dares to catch and call the sun away. It is the breath of peace waiting inside of us, pleading to be exhaled and exalted back into the world. So let us rise. Let us unclench our fists and open our palms to one another. Let us speak not in the language of war, but in the dialect of rivers and rain. Let the breath that began us be the breath that heals us, until the light of peace spills across every horizon into all of creation, and all of humanity stands together as one, facing the same morning sky.
Take time to think about what you got. Look inside. Draw the surface curtain. You can be certain, my friends, we got a lot.
We all got our own stories of sorrows and glories. We can laugh, we can cry, play out these lives, but one day our body will die. Well, I may never know exactly what you go through. I may never know just exactly what you're going through. But there's one thing I'll always share with you. I'll share with you. Share with you, yeah. You are always loved. You are always loved. You will always be loved. Always loved. Always loved. You are always loved. You are always loved. When you feel lost and can't find your way, when it gets dark at the end of the day, try to remember that it's just a part of it all.
Well, hello, friends. I'm not quite sure what happened. Did it freeze for all the rest of you? Yeah. Hmm. Uh, well, it looks like we've actually lost the Hubcast live stream. So I'm going to quickly check in with Michael. Hey, Michael, the Hubcast live stream completely stopped on the Awakening World. Period. Let me know what's up.
Yeah, and it's dark in his window also.
Hubcast live stream has completely stopped. Yeah, I see that it stopped on YouTube. I'm going to check and see one other place. See if Hubcast is actually still carrying it. Yeah, it's still happening on Hubcast.
Yeah, in his Zoom room window, it's a dark screen here.
So you guys, if you want to see the end of the concert, what I'm going to do is copy the link, and I will, what's the easiest way to do it? I'll do it this way. Have people been enjoying the concert? While we're figuring this out, let me know. And I'm sorry for whatever this little snafu is. I'm seeing some thumbs up, so I'm happy about that. Okay, so here is, you can catch the end of it by going to that. And what I will also do is I'll start it and then I'll share screen. So that's another option for us. Next to go. There we go. So let's see if I do this. Okay. Work. Okay. DR, do you hear that?
Blessings and peace to each one of you. Please begin your waking, in your family, in your community, in your workplace, in your living, and in your departure. And may we all rise as one. Om Shanti.
I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. Harmony, here we go. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. Let's do one more a cappella. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. Peace spread over the land. And peace spread over the. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came. Together we rise, Bob.
If you wanna go fast, then go alone. If you wanna go far, you better bring somebody else along. 'Cause in the moment of darkness, in the moment of truth, you thank your lucky stars that there's someone there with you. There's a beauty in numbers it's impossible to deny. It takes two hands to applaud and a pair of wings to reach the sky. Where there was one, there will be many. Where there was nothing, there will be plenty. When me turns to we like the roots from the tree, it pushes everything up from underneath. Together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, 'cause circles take no sides. Together we win, when everyone is in, when every little hand and every little heart touches every little piece and every little part. Now if you want to start a revolution, reach out your hand and lift up a brother or sister and feel the power at your command. If you hold a vision, show everyone what you see, then watch the tribe come alive to turn your dream to reality. Where there was one, there will be many. Where there was nothing, there will be plenty. When me turns to we like the roots from the tree, it pushes everything up from underneath. Well, together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, 'cause circles take no sides. Together we win, when everyone is in, when every little hand and every little heart touches every little piece and every little part. What's inside of you is inside of me, and it's amplified when turned into we. You'll never hear one hand clapping, fly with one wing flapping, many hands 'cause circles take no sides. Together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, 'cause circles take no sides. Together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, 'cause circles take no sides. Together we rise. Oh, together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, and circles take no sides. Together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, cause circles take no sides. Together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, cause circles take no sides. One more time. Together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, cause circles take no sides.
Breathe with me. Breathe her presence in and breathe her grace out. Breathe her presence in and breathe her grace out. Breathe her presence in and breathe her love out. Breathe her presence in. Breathe her presence in. Breathe peace out. Oh, Holy Grandma, we gathered so many golden threads tonight. I watched them. I watched how you showed us that when we gather these threads of our own authenticity, when we bring ourselves fully into who we are, with no fear, but our hearts wide open, we see you. Watch them. And you see us. That when we gather these threads of our own authenticity, when we bring ourselves fully. I'm so thankful, Grandma, that you're so patient, because we're waking ourselves and we're a bit messy in that process. But you're cleaning us off. You're giving us the tests that will help us make choice. But you're so patient. Heart, because we're waking ourselves and we're a bit messy. Love or division. But you're cleaning us off. You're giving us the tests that will help us make or despair. Heart. Wisdom. Love. Or division. Or foolery. We are making a choice, Grandma. Or despair. But we gathered all the golden threads of this sacred seed you brought to this grace. Because they say when it's gathered in such a way, it will spread itself in all the four directions. It is your way. This sacred seed you brought to this. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you for this blessed day. Thank you for allowing me to take just a moment and feel you. So when I go home in the four directions to my bed, to my dream, to my prayer. Thank you for allowing me to take just. I'll go fully lit and spread it everywhere. For we rise as one, and so it is, and so it shall always be. I'll go fully lit and spread it
So thank you for a 2-hour plus, no intermission experience. Thank you for going on this journey. This is a vision that already has cities across America interested in having this template. So with their own wisdom keepers of their region, but tying the grief component, grief literacy component, into the understanding that what breaks us open makes us whole, and that the only working heart is a broken heart that really wakes up to the beacon of light that we all came here to be. So New York, next Peace Week, St. Cathedral of St. John. There's interest in Indianapolis, there's interest in Boulder, there's interest in Los Angeles, there's interest in Prague. So this is a concept that was raised by donors who believed in the scalability of this movement as a way to raise the frequency of engagement so that we are undoubtedly raising the frequency of the noise and the divisiveness. So this is a concept becoming that was raised. Join our community that is born in the place where the United Nations was born, that was partnered with Pathways to Peace, undoubtedly raising the frequency on this stage, please. This partnership with David and Hezekiah and the Pathways to Peace and the Peace global community that is a partnership that has legs and scalable, that was partnered with Pathways to Peace. Donate to pathways2peace.org on this and find out how we can kind of birth this idea and curate. Hopefully we'll be under 2 hours next time. But this is the first time that so I think this is a beautiful launch. Hope, thank you, my dear. Donate to pathways2peace.org and find out how we can kind of birth this idea. This has been my home for 52 years. Till a year ago when I tried to move to Asheville and the hurricane wouldn't let me. Thank you, my dear. And so this is, I know so many of you here. I've grown up through marriages and children raised and this has been my home so many dreams. For 52 years. It's so fitting. Till a year ago when I tried to move to Asheville. Thank you. The hurricane wouldn't let me. For supporting this vision. So thank you. This is my friends, Bob, Tubby Love, the Brothers Koren, Yasmin, Jyoti Ma, Shakti Durga, David Wick, Michael Feshke, Eliyahu Sills, Hushaib Abdul Hadi, Tubby Love, Fitzgerald, the Brothers Koren, Sanaya, I don't know your last name, Jyoti Ma, and Piper Dellums. That poem that Piper did, Michael Feshke, is a masterpiece. A masterpiece. Thank you all. Hope we have to get out of this church. Because they have church Sanaya, I don't know your last name. Gary Hope and Piper Dellums. That poem that Piper did is a masterpiece. A masterpiece. And thank you all. We love you. We have to get out of this church because they have church tomorrow morning. us, carry them out. So we have to pack them, so we will not dally, but we promise them we leave.
I am going to, I wonder, let's see what happened. Well, I'm going to go to gallery view so we can all see each other, those of us that are still here. What an evening. What an evening. Wonderful, wonderful concert. And thank you everybody for being here. On Wednesday night, we're going to play the Omashar concert that's being recorded on Monday night. So Monday night down in San Diego, we're going to do the concert. Mark Denisovsky is going to record it, and we will play that. And we'll also celebrate Yom Kippur. And then next Saturday night, we are going to have a special kind of preview of the Sebastopol Bloom. We're going to have some really wonderful musical artists and guests. So that's what's happening. Thank you, everybody, for another season of The Awakening World. Ends tonight. Please make sure you've all registered for the new season, which officially begins on Wednesday, October 1st. And thank you all for being such wonderful friends. Thank you, Connie, for all the editing that you do. Thank you, Diara, for being the co-host and the host while I was driving from San Francisco to Tiburon. And you should have seen me lugging my big computer all the way from Grace Cathedral, 2 blocks, while handling the dog and my bag. Anyway, it was something. I love all of you very much. Have a beautiful Sunday. Make it a sacred Sunday by choosing to see the divine in all. And I hope to see all of you on Wednesday night.
Thank you, Scott.
We all love you too.
Love you, Scott. Love you, Scott.
I love you guys. See you Wednesday.